had a pretty strong comeback in LA County. Here's like a historical view starting actually in 1989. So you can kind of see the ebb and flow of sales in LA County. There's 2009, and here's where we are so far in 2010. Again, the inventory constraint at the moderate low kind of de-stressed market is the one thing that's keeping a bit of a handle on sales. Statewide, the LA County median home price is up about 10% compared to a year ago. Here's a look at the annual data on prices. So the black is 2008, the teal is 2009, and here's where we are so far in 2010. So again, green shoots, healing, low inventory. On our website, we have the data quick information. It's zip code and city data on title transfers for any property that had a title transfer. It's not MLS data, but it's good because it's readily available. It gives you at least a kind of peek at what's going on in cities and areas. So here's just a look at kind of the beach cities information. Here's the west side, downtown, South LA. And again, the cell sizes, because the west side of LA, for example, am I comfortable saying sales are, prices are plummeting 22%? No, I mean, the number of transactions are small enough so you can have, a couple $1 million, multi-million-dollar sales a year ago and more condos this year. And so you have to interpret this with a little bit of wisdom. And then here's a look at prices in the San Fernando Valley. So for those of you that have been around as long as I have, when you look at home prices for $300,000, it's like, are you in a time warp? This is pretty amazing. Unsold inventory in LA County, 4.5 months supply, so about what we're seeing nationally. For the upper end, million or more, 8.2 months supply. For the low end, 3,000 and below, a 4.3 month supply. So again, a lot of differentiation depending upon what price category you are. Years and years ago when I first started working at CAR, I lived in Glendale, and I still remember there was an agent there who distributed a monthly postcard that gave this data for our neighborhood, inventory by price category, last month and a year ago. And I remember I was so excited, I called him up and said, I have that graph. And it really is kind of useful to see kind of the ebb and flow. And then here's a look at the number of foreclosed properties in LA County, going from almost nothing in 2005 to a peak of over 13,000 in the middle of 2008. That used to be the only data I had to share on foreclosures, but I'm going to, now as I get more local, share data from Foreclosure Radar. That's an amazing tool to look a lot more closely. Here's an example. This is a screenshot that I took from the Foreclosure Radar site a couple of years ago. To make a point. This is Stockton, and it was right after that 60 Minutes program that profiled Stockton as the #1 foreclosure city in the nation. And so here's Route 99, and on one side of Route 99, there's just a slew of properties that are either pre-foreclosure, up for auction, or available as an REO for sale. And on the other side of Route 99, which we've all been on Route 99, right? I mean, it's not like it's that big. There's nothing. But then when you do the satellite view, what you see is that the area that's in trouble is new construction. In fact, the satellite view shows that a lot of the houses weren't even built when Google flew over and took the picture of that area with its satellite. On the other side, in a well-established community of Stockton, where there's trees and older homes, there isn't a lot of foreclosure. So even 60 Minutes didn't really get the nuance here that it's all local. I just wanted to show you an area because I'm going to go South Bay with this data, but I just want to show you what it looks like in an area that has a lot of foreclosed properties. Here is Sacramento, and there are over 3,000 properties where a notice of default has been filed. There are 3,271 properties where an auction has been scheduled, and there are 1,903 properties that are available for sale as real estate owned from a lending institution. And note, even in Sacramento, there's a gap between auction and REO, and that's the cancellation issue. So let's look at Manhattan Beach. This is data for May. This is from the MLS through Claris Market Metrics. In May, there were 36 units that closed escrow, and you can see the area has been on an upward track for the last 4 months. Median price is $1.588 million, up 4.4% month to month, down 5.8 on a year-to-year basis. And again, you have to look a lot closer at exactly what's selling, since this is such a unique and diverse market area. Number of units for sale, 181 in May. Here's a look at the months of supply, a 4-month supply of inventory, so fairly tight, below normal. Here's a look at the pre-foreclosure, 30, up for auction, 28, bank owned, 9 in Manhattan Beach. Okay. And then here's the kind of satellite view. So if you have people, coming here wanting to go to the Strand and pick up a $2 million property for $500,000, it probably is not going to happen. All right, Redondo Beach, 34 units closed escrow in May. Again, up for the last 4 months. Median 750,000, up on a month-to-month and a year-over-year basis. 176 units available. 4-month supply of homes on the market. And here's a look at 84 NODs have been filed, 127 auctions have been scheduled, only 17 properties are available for sale from lending institutions. And here's I love these maps, they're so fun. Hermosa, in April, 6 units closed escrow, 837, 86 units for sale. Here's another slide they have available showing you the gap between demand and supply. Here's months of supply, which is running about a 4-month supply. 13 NODs, 11 auctions, 2 REOs for sale. So, Sacramento's got a lot if you're interested. And then I also just threw in Santa Monica. In April, 23 units closed escrow, 1.8. Big rebound over, again, when you have so few homes sold, it's going to get pushed around a lot. 177 units for sale. There's the gap between demand and supply, 6 months of inventory, 29 NODs, 33 auction, 5 bank owned. So again, you're going to see, national and even statewide headlines about foreclosures and shadow inventory. And then you look at the South Bay, and it's not the bulk of this market. It's not dominating the market in any way, shape, or form. So for the realtors in the audience, this is a Foreclosure Radar is a partner of ours, and it is, you don't have to buy it at all, but you can use it free for a week. And the promo code is capital RADAR 99. Realtors have found it useful. It even gives information on lenders, who the lender is there a first, there's a first obviously, is there a second? It's just sliced and diced. I also want to recommend the Foreclosure Radar blog to both realtors and the public who are here. Sean O'Toole, who owns this company, has been living and breathing this area for quite a long time and has done a lot of business on his own. But he has a blog, Q&A, answers all the questions you might have about shadow inventory and everything else involving foreclosure. So it's really helpful. Okay, let me continue on here with a couple of other comments about the market. In 2005, the median net cash that a seller had at the close of escrow was $220,000. Last year, it was $50,000. So that nest egg for many evaporated. The percent of sellers, this is an annual survey that CAR does, our 2010 surveys in the market right now, 32.9% of the sellers sold at a loss. And in '04, that was 0%.